can't stop the feeling of how good I feel about what I'm about to share with you and why I'm about to share what I'm sharing with you. This is a program that I've been working on to match you, to help women such as yourselves who have super busy lives, and you need the accountability and you need to know the right things to do to get to the next level. Many of you are local, so if you decide to embark on this program, you'll get the best of both worlds. You'll get to actually meet with me in person as well. So that's a win-win. But my local folks, I mean, my people that aren't local, my people that live more than an hour from me, I understand, and I have you in mind too. I have some things in place to help you get to the next level. So let's dive right in. Many of you have been a part of some of my programs in the past, and this is a lot different. It's not your regular humdum, oh, we just give you workout program and a diet. It's a lot more in depth than that, and I'm excited to share that with you. But first, let me tell you this. On the call, what I'm going to do is, for you guys being a part of this call, I'm going to offer you a gift at the end. No cost involved. I've got a couple of things in place for you for being on the call, just to hear me out, to talk about my program and the results that I've been able to get with my clients. And hopefully that'll be you as well. And if not, hopefully you will take some of the keys and the different things that I'm going to talk about tonight and implement those into your everyday lifestyle. Okay. If you are on the call because you want to lose weight, in the chat, please put in how much, how many pounds, what is it? What is your goal? Are you looking to lose 20 pounds? Are you looking to lose 40 pounds? Go ahead and put that in the chat. I'd like to kind of see who I'm talking to and what's going on with you. And, you know, is it a case that you were in a program and then you fell off, or you had some sort of life change? Maybe you had a baby. Maybe you went from being in college to the real world. Maybe your business got super busy and you had to focus on that, and your health and fitness went by the wayside. So let me look at this chat and see what we got here. Okay, I have somebody said they want to lose 100 pounds. I have someone in here that wants to lose 15 to 20 pounds. I have someone in here who says, I want to lose a lot, but I haven't figured that part out yet. And that is okay. That is why I am here. That is what I am here for. I'm here to be that guiding light for you when it comes to health and fitness. There's so much crap out there when it comes to nutrition, exercise, your habits. Right now, the phase is, oh, you know, keto, oh, vegetarian, oh, vegan. Like, everybody, all these buzzwords are out there, and they're slapping these labels on your yogurts, on your protein shakes, on your cereal boxes. I think I've seen protein added to your oatmeal, protein added to a couple different things. And to be honest with you, I like the idea, but often it's gross, right? It's like, that's nasty. Nobody wants to eat oatmeal, already made oatmeal, pre-made in the pre-box, slice it open and put it with your water and cook it. If you can stomach that, more power to you. But I am here to teach you a better way, that your food, your healthy food that you could be eating, can not only is healthy for you and would help you lose the weight, but also taste amazing. You do not have to eat nasty food in order to lose weight. I'm a living testament of that. that does not have to be the case. So listen, I'm going to tell you a little bit of backstory about the Lose 20 Pounds in 6 Weeks program. I have a client who was able to lose 40 pounds in 12 weeks. So this is half that program. She worked one-on-one with me and really took a deep dive with me. I took the exact same things that I did with her and that I focused on with her, and I put those same thing into this program. It's a group program. And what I find is a lot of people have a short attention span, or it's hard for them to stay connected long after the motivation is gone, right? It's like you're gung-ho about it. You're sick of this weight that you're carrying. You really need to lose the weight. Your doctor has told you this. Your clothes are not fitting well. You want to get to the beach and wear a bikini again, or at least for that matter, look nice in your one piece, right? And all of these things, and life keeps happening. But for whatever reason, you're here on this call because something has hit you hard to say, I've got to make a change now, and I can't let it go another day, another moment, another minute. Okay. That's why you're here with this program. It's designed exactly for you. And the great part about it is that it can extend even further. So let's say 6 weeks from now, you lost the 20 pounds. Guess what? In the next 6 weeks, following the same consistent program that's going to help you lose the weight the right way, you'll continue to lose another 20 pounds and another 20 pounds, right? You might have to work a little bit harder, right? As we all know, once the smaller you get, the harder it's going to be for more weight to just fall off, because you're going to get to the point where your body doesn't need to lose any weight anymore. Somebody put in the chat that they weren't sure the amount of pounds that they should lose. And that is absolutely okay, because I would rather you think of losing weight in losing body fat versus just losing pounds, right? We all can walk out in the desert for an hour and lose 10 pounds of water weight. That's easy. But as soon as we go back to hydrating ourselves, which we should always be hydrated, that weight is going to come right back on. And I am here to teach you how to lose the weight and keep the weight off consistently. Not only that, I'm here to be your accountability partner in that process as well. What happens a lot of times is people will purchase Weight Watchers and, all these fad diets and things like that, and nobody's there to hold them accountable. Yeah, the yogurt is sitting in your refrigerator, but is anybody holding you accountable to selecting that over the ice cream that you have in the back of the freezer, right? So I'm here to help you break free of that, break free of those chains, and really focus and dive in. I thought to myself, when I was doing fitness competitions, the hardest time during the fitness competition or prepping for a fitness competition for me was actually when I first started, because I would start 20, 16 weeks, 12 weeks at the least out. So you're talking 3, 4, 5 months of preparation. But what I noticed is that the short sprints, right? Like when I knew like I had to get ready for a show in a shorter period of time, I had more focus. I worked harder. I saw that deadline in mind. And so that's how this came to be. This birthing of this program came to be, because so many of us would be great. All we need to lose is that 20 pounds. And so many things in our lives would change. We would sleep better. Our knees would stop hurting. We'd stop being out of breath going up and down steps. We would be able to fit in our clothes again. I don't know about you, but I don't like to spend all my money on clothes. I like to spend my money on traveling and eating out at really, really fancy restaurants, right? Those the kind of restaurants that do you good, right? That are able to offer not only the foods that taste good, but the foods that are healthy for you as well. Steak, salmon, scallops, those kind of things with fresh vegetables and fresh. Ooh, don't get me started. I'm hungry just thinking about it. And in fact, I have a list of five, actually, yeah, five different restaurants here in the Atlanta area that I plan to hit up as I'm going throughout my journey. And that's important too. Like you are going to have events and things that come up in your life, and you need to know how to live your life in the midst of losing the weight at the same time. Yeah, you heard me right. Just because you're on a healthy program, you're geared towards losing weight, it doesn't mean your life is going to stop. It just means that it's time for you to make the fitness and the health portion a part of your everyday life. So many of us continue on the same path over and over again, expecting different results to happen. And I'm here to teach you a different way about doing things. I do have a couple of slides that I'm going to share with you. And that leads me to one of your gifts you're going to get today by being on the call with me is that you are going to get a copy of my written blueprint of how to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. Okay. Many of us, as soon as we have somebody, right on our shoulder telling us what to do, we'll do it. But often our busy days, we need to know what we're doing and why we're doing it. And we need to be able to do that for ourselves. So many times we've just, life gets busy, and then we lose track of going to the gym. And because we don't know what the trainer has in his or her brain, then we just fall off because we're not at the gym. And that's not the goal of this program. That is not where I want you to be. All right. So I'm going to share a little bit of the blueprint with you so that you'll get a gist of what I'm talking about. All right. How's everybody doing this evening? Put it in the chat. Are y'all good? Do y'all have your pen and paper ready? Are you going to be taking notes tonight? I'm not going to hold you past 8 o'clock. That is my plan, not past an hour. But I will have this recording ready for you. Yes, I'm looking in the chat and someone posted, I want to feel good again. That's more important than the number. Absolutely. When I was doing fitness competitions, we never had to get on the scale. The bodybuilders had to get on the scale, but you know what the bodybuilders wanted when they got on the scale? They wanted the heaviest weight. They wanted to prove and show that they had the most muscle. So it was a different mentality with getting on the scale. For me in my division, in the fitness division, in the figure division, in the bikini division, they put you in the height classes sometimes, but at the pro division, they don't even do that. They don't measure you. They don't ask you to get in a dump truck. They don't come around and pinch your skin to see. They're looking for a look, a shape. So every girl on that stage is different depending on how much muscle she's carrying and how much fat that she's carrying. And write this down right now. If you don't do anything else when you get off this call, you need to remember that resistance training and working the muscle is really in totality what's going to help you keep the weight off, keep the body fat at bay. Because guess what? Walking across the room when you have more muscle, and I'm not saying you look like a bodybuilder, absolutely not. I look like a fitness competitor. I don't look like a bodybuilder, right? But if I have a little bit more lean muscle tissue, I'm going to burn more calories walking across the room at rest. If you ever dated a guy that has a lot of muscle and you sat right next to him or you slept next to him and his body heat is like, ooh, he's big, he has more muscle. He's burning more calories at rest than you are simply because he's carrying more muscle. So that's one tip for the day. So if you don't remember anything else, remember that. Nobody's saying you've got to be, dieseled and, no, everybody's not trying to achieve that look, but your muscles need love too, right? They need to be worked, whether that's using stretch bands, light dumbbells, what have you. They need your attention. So don't forget about them. Running is nice, right? Everybody likes to run their weight off, do a lot of cardio. But as soon as you get busy, right, and you stop doing that cardio and you're eating, you could be eating the same, but you're burning off less calories. Guess what? That weight is going to go up, 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 up. I'm also going to teach you how to eat so that that does not happen, so that you're smarter about your choices. Doesn't mean that we're going to completely eliminate everything from your life. I want you to be able to have a glass of wine with your girlfriends. I want you to be able to enjoy a slice of cake at the wedding. I want you to be able to live your life and enjoy the things that you really do enjoy. But I also want you to feed the body so that the body is healthy and so that the body will respond the way you want it to respond. That's what's most important. A lot of us are just getting complacent in our everyday lives, and we want to change that. Okay, so how many of you worked out this week? Put it in the chat. Put yes or no. And if you put yes, I want to know how many times you worked out this week. Come on, be honest. I'm here for it. I can be honest. It's only Tuesday, right? I've worked out once this week. Once this week. Let's see, what does everybody else say? No. Oh, we've got somebody that's worked out twice this week. That's awesome. One time this week. That's awesome. The week is still young, right? We're early in the week. You've got how many more days to plan your workouts out, or even just to plan to get up early and do 15 minutes in your living room floor, right? That is important. Hey, Consuela. Welcome. All right.
Hey, girl, long time no see.
I know, it's been a while. Thanks for joining us. All right, so I'm going to get into this. Consuela, what you've missed is basically the Lose 20 Pounds in 6 Weeks program it's meant to be a shorter period of time, but with deeper focus, okay? So many of us are busy with our businesses and our work and our family. And so that's what we're here to discuss and talk about. I'm just kind of basically giving you the blueprint of what I'm doing to help you stay fit and stay motivated, right? Other than me staying on you in the program and it not being one of those cookie cutter programs where you just somebody throws the kitchen sink at you and they say, okay, go do it. We'll see you back in a month. This program has weekly accountability and workouts that can be geared towards your fitness level. Okay. So, and I don't think I said that to the group tonight. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Bear with me. All right, let's get to that specific. I thought I had this already open, but maybe not. All right, so this is the blueprint that you're actually going to get via email at the end of this call. This is my free gift to everyone. The Lose 20 Pounds in 6 Weeks program is a 60-day wellness coaching program, and it's geared to kickstart your weight loss journey and help you keep it off, okay? It's me all the way, honest to God, honesty, looking at you, keeping you accountable, and pushing you to be your best. Imagine waking up every day feeling energized, confident, and proud of your body in your 40s and 50s. No more feeling sluggish, bloated, or uncomfortable in your own skin. Imagine being able to wear your favorite clothes with ease and having an overflowing sense of self-love, right? So we are living in a time where there's so much unrest, there's so many things that's been happening, and we're neglecting a huge part of our lives. And a lot of that is just basically self-care and self-talk and what we tell ourselves about our bodies and what we're not willing to admit out loud because we know it's wrong, right? I'm going to pull that out of you because it's time to get rid of what I call stinking thinking. This is going to be your blueprint to success. I'm going to send you this copy. I want you to think about how amazing it will feel when you finally reach your weight loss goals and how proud you'll be of yourself for taking the steps to get there. Again, if we have a focus in a shorter period of time, you want to think of it like you're getting ready for a bodybuilding show. The perks of having me is that I've been deeply involved in fitness training for many years, starting with my work with a football strength and conditioning coach at the University of Alabama. When I was a cheerleader, actually, I learned how to lift back in those days, believe it or not. Since then, I started competing and training right out of college, as well as gaining my nutrition certification, personal training certification, CrossFit certification, and I have been an aerobics instructor and Zumba enthusiast, okay? So you see, my passion for this is not going anywhere, and I have been able to blend a mix of things from all of these different areas. It's funny to me because when I joined CrossFit back in the day, I mean, I still actually love CrossFit, but there's a time and a place, and there's many things that I learned in doing CrossFit that I've been able to implement into my personal training programs. So my passion lies in training the whole person, health, heart, and soul, which health to me means having the right numbers and taking the right steps to ensure that your cholesterol, blood work, and hormones are all in check. Some of us are battling hot flashes. Some of us have low testosterone levels. I'm raising my hand, that's me. Some of us are dealing with low vitamin D levels. That's me again. There's many things that we have let gone unchecked. And that's a part of what I encourage you to do immediately. If you haven't been to the doctor in the last year and gotten all your blood work checked, you need to do that as soon as possible, okay? Because you're fighting an uphill battle. And some of these things, it's a matter of getting a cream or taking a vitamin to just tweak it so that when you are exercising, when you are eating right, when you are getting the sleep in, the weight will just consistently fall off. When I talk about heart is to deal with your mindset and your relationship. It's all about navigating the relationships we have with ourselves and others, and how those factors really impact our ability to stick with a fitness regimen. There are a number of times when I work with people, I'm just like, look, is your spouse supportive, right? who are you surrounding yourself with, and what's keeping you, are there deterrents, or is it you? Is it the negative self-talk? Um, I am going through a coaching program right now that I love. It's called Positive Intelligence. And it's scientifically proven that how you talk to yourself and how you combat what we call your saboteurs makes a huge difference in your progress in life, right? So many of us we're stuck in trying to control everything. We're stuck at trying to uh, be a stickler about certain things. We're stuck at judging everything, other people, ourselves. It's like a constant battle that we're having with ourselves, let alone anybody outside of your immediate circle. So we've got to make sure that those two things are balanced. Who are you? What are you telling yourself? How are you treating yourself? And how are you letting others treat you? Sometimes those other people aren't trying to treat you bad, but they're just used to you being available 24/7 with whatever they have going on, because they're used to you just stepping in and being the helper, the person to save it all, to do everything. And that is a no-go, ladies, when it comes to focusing on you and losing the weight. And then soul, oh my gosh. So soul gives me the chill bumps, right? Soul is also a critical component of our overall fitness. When we connect with our spiritual side, we become more in tune with who we are and are better able to take action in the right way. Instead of letting negative self-talk or self-doubt sabotage our efforts to lose weight and live a healthy lifestyle. I'm telling you, who you are and being connected to who you are on the inside, whether that's a connection with God, whether that's a connection with the universe, whether that's a connection with just feeling free and feeling connection with you. Your soul is a critical part of this, and it ties into all the other things that I've been talking about. So with me, the perks, you're not just going to get the nutrition talk, the fitness regimen talk, the supplements, what you should be eating, all of these different things. I am all about training the whole person. Years ago, I was training with a trainer that I admired so much, and I was doing all the right things, right? And she could look at me and tell that I didn't look good, even though I was dropping the weight, I had the muscle, I was killing my routines, I was doing all these things. And she could just look at me and tell that I wasn't healthy. My stress levels were through the roof. I had hit a plateau with everything, right? The numbers looked good, but it was just like this, it was just like going through quicksand every day. And what she could just basically look at me and said, "You're not sleeping. You're not getting the rest, or you're not getting proper rest. You might be getting in the bed, but are you really getting quality sleep?" All of those things mattered. And from that point on, I said, you know what? That's the kind of coach I'm going to be. I'm going to be the type of coach that can look at you and talk to you and pull out what I need to pull out to make sure that you're doing all the right things that you need that's good for you to get you to the next level. So for years, I've been asked to personally train others and show them how to successfully develop a healthier routine and lifestyle. And I'm pleased to announce the Lose 20 Pounds in 6 Weeks challenge, right? 6 weeks is not that long. It's a month and a half. We can do this. You're officially invited to join us for the relaunch. So I did this back in November, and then I have a few clients that are recurring clients, and they never quit. They just stayed on because I gave them a really big discount. And so they're like, "We're holding on to this discount. We're sticking with you." And so, but in working with this program and it being new, what I've done is I've taken the feedback from my clients and what they like and what they need, and relaunch this program. So that's what you're getting. You're getting the relaunch. It'll show you how to shed those extra pounds and keep them off. Doors open for this program on May 8th, 2023. That's next week, next Monday, for coachable and committed individuals who are ready to learn, develop, and master a routine that you will not only love, but also leave you feeling confident with your body. Listen, everything is not for everybody. And sometimes people are not ready for change. Okay. You have to be coachable and you have to be ready to make the change. Listen, it won't hurt my feelings if you're not ready. You might be ready a month from now. You might be ready a week from now. I have clients that have showed up to a info session or done a session with me, and I've given them a few tips to help them move forward. And then they waited a whole year to come back, or maybe all of a sudden they want to jump into a road race or do a fitness competition, So the timing is important, and only you are going to know that. So trust me, I understand that. But stay tuned. I'm going to give you the lowdown about the program, as well as give you a nice offer at the end, a nice discount like my current clients are experiencing right now. So discipline is the bridge between goals and commitment. And I love this quote because, we all goals and accomplishments. Sorry, I read that wrong. But I love this quote because we always discount discipline and we always treat it as a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, right? And when you have that focus of that deadline goal, it helps you, again, bridge the gap. It's going to take discipline. It's not going to be easy for everybody. Everything is not going to be easy. Some things are going to be easy for you. Maybe you like new recipes. Maybe you like trying new things. Maybe you like hitting the gym and you just want somebody else to tell you what to do and when to do it. That's fine too. But there are going to be some things that you're going to have to push yourself to challenge yourself to do. And let me tell you, when you change up things, it's not always the fact that those things are hard. It's just the fact that it's something that's not in your regular routine that you need to start doing. All right. So I got to change my numbers there. I'm going to change the colors on that as well. But this program is actually an 8-step process. So it's actually a 2-month program. And the reason why I do that is because the first week, May 8th, that is going to be your prep week. That is going to be the week in which I explain things to you, how things work. You get access to the app, you get access to the portal, and so that you know what's expected of you week to week. And then each week we cover a specific topic, and we also troubleshoot with what you have going on. So you'll get a video that you'll watch on your own and some tips and things like that. And then we'll come together as a group to where you actually get to ask questions and figure out, okay, what am I doing wrong? Or just come clean to the table and say, you know what, this has been hard for me because of X, Y, and Z. And what I'm able to do is help you troubleshoot and fix that on the spot, okay? Because not only am I holding you accountable, you're also holding yourself accountable, and the group is holding each other accountable, okay? So week 2, we'll talk about self-care. Week 3, we'll discuss sleep. Some of you are not getting any at all. And I have some tricks of the trade to help you make sure you get that sleep. Week 4, we'll do a deep dive into your fitness training, which, believe it or not, you'll have already been working out this whole time. But during week 4, I'm going to drive home the reasoning behind some of the stuff that you're doing, as well as give you some tips and tricks, okay? And then week 5, we're going to talk about the consistency over the motivation, why that's gone now, right? Sometimes we get to week 2 and we're over it. That's why you see so many people when they when they start their New Year's resolution, then what happens is like 2 weeks later or a month later, those people are no longer at the gym, right? It's like the gym is crowded the first month, and then February you're good. You can get on any equipment that you want. Okay, we want to be those people that are there getting on the equipment or getting on our own equipment at our own home, right? We want to get up, get on our treadmill, get up, use our weight bench, get up, use our dumbbells while we're watching TV, right? You could be watching your favorite morning show and doing these workouts. Okay, that's how I've designed them so that you can have the flexibility as you need it. Okay, and then week 6, we're gonna focus on finishing strong, right? And then I'm gonna teach you a few secrets that I have up my sleeve. I've had people approach me because they want to lose weight to get ready for a wedding at the last minute, or they want to lose weight to try out for a professional cheerleading team. As some of you know, I was an Atlanta Falcons cheerleader. So some of my old teammates was like, Nicole, what do I need to do, these last weeks or this last month or whatever to tighten up so that my abs show? There are tricks for that. Believe it or not, there are definitely awesome tricks that you can do that are safe, that are not going to hurt you, and that are going to help you get to that day, right? That wedding day, that photos day, all of that stuff. So hang in there with me. Don't go anywhere. We're moving right along. And then the final week is actually our celebratory week. It's where we talk about where your results are, how we can improve. What are your next steps? Do you want to continue with the program? Do another 8? Think about it. If your goal, some people put their goal was to lose more than 20 pounds. So if your goal is to lose 40, 60 pounds, right? You can repeat this process, right? Now, and then once you've done the process one time, and I know your body and know you, there are so many different things that we can try that will fit your lifestyle. I mentioned keto and all these other diet things earlier. One in particular is intermittent fasting. That's a big buzz. I love intermittent fasting, but you have to know that intermittent fasting is not for everyone, okay? There's a particular reason that we use intermittent fasting, and most of the time it's for people who are overeating, right? It's not even just, it shouldn't be a general program for everybody, especially if you're someone that barely eats, right? If you're not even getting the nutrients that your basic organs need on a daily basis, then we got to fix that, right? We got to fill your body with nutrition. I had a client a couple months ago that signed up for this very program, and she was, by the way, she lost the 20 pounds in less than 6 weeks. And when you lose the 20 pounds in 6 weeks, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't mention this. You get a $100 Amazon gift card. So everyone that has lost those 20 pounds will get that $100 gift card, by the way. So she was one of the ones who actually got this gift card. And she started off, everybody gets a session to kickstart them off so that I one-on-one can make sure that you know what you're doing. But she started off, and I was like, okay, so did you see the nutrition plan? What do you think about it? What are you implementing? Are there any changes that we need to make to customize for your particular needs? And she said, well, I'm just doing this. And it was literally, she was eating 1 meal a day, and she was trying to intermittent fast. And I was saying, how long have you been doing this? And it had been off and on for months. And so I had to force her to eat. And it was funny because she was like, are you serious? And I was like, yes. So she was getting those text messages. Where is your food? Did you eat? Why are you skipping meals? And then I guess she got tired of me and she started doing it. And her weight just started falling off. She was one, just like the rest of us, that never wants to get on the scale. And I made her get on the scale. Luckily, she was local, so she could stop by and get on my scale. She wouldn't even look, so some of you that don't live near me, you can get your spouse, your best friend, whomever your workout buddy is, and they can look down for you and weigh you. But and of course, that's only one way of measuring. The other way is we take photos and we do measurements. So her measurements was just dropping off. You could see like her body shape changing, especially her side view. She took 2 pictures and they were in the exact same clothes. And I was like, I told her what the weight was, and she was like, what? Because she refused to weigh herself. She could not believe that her weight was coming off the way it was. And she's like, and I'm eating more. And she did have a propensity for drinks, if I'm not mistaken. I think she confided in me that she was drinking Cokes. The client that I had that inspired this program that lost 40 pounds in 12 weeks in my VIP program, she lost 40 pounds. And her confession was she likes to make coffee in the morning, and she was putting all these nice like creamers and all of this in the chat. If you're guilty of drinking your calories, I want you to put that in the chat. Tell me what that is. Are you guilty of the loading your coffee with all kinds of creamers and sweeteners? Are you guilty for stopping at Starbucks and getting that, what is it, caramel macchiato, those kind of things? Now, I will tell you, the one client that was guilty of drinking the sodas all the time, she was able to cut back first, and then she cut them completely out. And then we were able to find something that was a healthy replacement for her. It was wonderful. So those of you that are coming in, I have some gifts for you at the end of this. You're all going to get an email with some different perks that I'm going to give just for you being so kind and listening to what I have to say about the Lose 20 Pounds in 6 Weeks challenge. Okay, so a lot of us like a challenge, right? And we like to be motivated in a group, and that's what this is about. So I'm going to quickly go through this because I'm not going to keep you longer than an hour as promised. I'll come back to that chat, but this is the basics of the program, and you've seen part of it, right? The Lose 20 Pounds in 6 Weeks Challenge program overview, okay? It's all about making sure you have the right combination of personalized nutrition, fitness coaching, accountability, and support. So we've talked about this. Week 1, we're going to take a deep dive. We're going to talk about getting intentional and how to do that. We're going to talk about how to master your day, because a lot of us are just losing it because we are not even programming ourselves into the day at all. It's all about work and it's all about everybody else. And then the other thing that I really push is setting healthy boundaries. That is so important. Setting healthy boundaries, I cannot express that enough. There is a book, if you're taking notes, listen, there is a book called, what is it called? It's called Boundaries. I thought I had it here with me. I usually keep it really close. When I get off the call, I'll be like, oh, there's my book. But it's called Boundaries, and it's like by Henry Cloud, and it's 2 authors, okay? And it's an excellent book. If you have a hard time saying no to family members, no to clients, no to your boss, no to all of these things, no to your church. I know I love church, but they will put a guilt trip on you left and right. Your sweet, first lady or pastor's wife, can you help with the children's ministry? Can you, before you know it, you've emptied out your cup to everybody else, and you have not taken the time out for yourself. You're giving constantly for an empty cup. Week 1, I'm gonna drill that into you. I want to see your schedule. I want to see where you're going to put this working out in. I want to see where you're going to go, when you're going to go buy your groceries for your meal plan. Oh my gosh, I love it. Consuela is on the elliptical or treadmill or something, getting it right now. And she is listening and putting herself first. I love it. I love it. Week 2, we're going to go over nutrition. And I don't want you to overthink that, because so many of us really overthink the nutrition part. I'm going to analyze what you're already doing and help you make little tweaks to that, along with the meal plan, right? Like, so if you are able to this week, I would tell you, don't hesitate. If you use MyFitnessPal, if you just write down what you eat, just jot it down on a notepad every day, that is going to help you see what you're doing. And it's also going to help me help you tweak what you're doing, right? Again, it's not about depriving yourself of everything. It's just about being smart about how you're deciding what you're eating, okay? Week 3, we're going to dive into self-care. That includes mindset training, showing up for yourself, and being hyper focused on respecting your own body. Let me say that again. Hyper focused on respecting your own body. Week 4 is about sleep. We're going to review your patterns. We're going to talk about strategies. And the plan is that you'll reap the rewards of those things, because a lot of people don't realize the secret to weight loss is actually sleep. It's actually rest. You know, when you don't get the rest, your body is holding on to stress and holding on. It's like it's struggling to understand what's going on. There are things that happen when you get into that REM sleep, and if you're not getting there, you're running an uphill battle, right? It's like, it's just terrible. Week 5, like I said, we're going to talk about the fitness training. We're going to talk about what is quality over quantity, right? Some of you are like, if the workout says it's 60 minutes and you don't have 60 minutes, you just quit. How about doing a round of the workout? Something is better than nothing. How about being hyper focused when you do that workout and getting something in? If you have, many of you have said you haven't worked out at all this week, or you've only worked out once, or you've been off a regimen, you've gained a lot of weight, just starting something and keeping it focused is going to make a big difference. I'm all about keeping you sexy, strong, and lean. And then week 6, we're going to talk about why that motivation fades. I'll be talking about that throughout the weeks anyway, because I've got to keep you in the program in order for you to keep the results. You know, I am not one of those trainers that want you to pay your money and then disappear. I can't stand that, right? Because I have lost my opportunity to help you, and then you've just wasted money on me. I don't like that. I want you to be a success story. I want you to be one of my testimonies. Okay. And then week 7 is all about finishing strong. We talked a little bit about that. And then week 8 is we celebrate the results. We're going to celebrate throughout every week, actually. But really, that week 8, we're going to put it all together and let you see where you were and how far you come. Okay. All right. There are a few more things in here that you'll get. But like I said, I don't want you to hold you too long. And I want to go ahead and share what I'm offering with this program. So again, you're getting access to the app. You're getting access to me on Zoom every week. You're getting 2 one-on-one appointments with me every month. Plus, you're getting detailed nutrition. You're getting wonderful, beautiful, tasteful. I'm telling you, these recipes are so good. There are several that I'm like, I don't eat cottage cheese, or I don't eat this, that I have tried and that they are delish. Not to mention other recipes that I'll share throughout as we go. And then as you find recipes and share them with the group, we'll have that as well. So this 8-week program, my 12-week program that I charged with a one-on-one program, that was $1,000 a month program. That client did 4 months with me $4,000. Okay. This program is only $997. Okay. It's $997 for 8 weeks. Okay. So you get the week that you start, the prep week, plus the 6 weeks, plus the week on the back end. Okay. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can pay it all up front, or you can pay it monthly. You can split it up in 2 payments where you pay at the beginning of the month. But because you were on this call with me tonight, you're all getting a 25% discount. How many of you like discounts? Put discounts in the chat. Discounts. I'm looking, I got to catch up with the chat. I forgot. Consuela says she's so guilty. She needs her blood work done. Yes, put that down. I'm going through premenopause, perimenopause. Yep. And it's a beast. Trust me, I got an appointment coming up because I tell you, my testosterone levels are tanked. Oh my gosh, I am having a cycle every month, thank God. But that, it's still, there's other things that are affecting me in so many ways. Jessica says, yes, setting boundaries is an important thing in life. I've set so many in the last 3 years. Amen, Jessica, because girl, I know you personally, and I know what you've been through, and you have done an amazing job pushing through and being a business owner and a single mom. Oh my gosh, hats off to you. Jessica also says, yes, coffee 2 to 3 days a week and sodas 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah, those calories add up. Then Rael is one of my best friends, you guys. She's on the call and she has a book. Let me call that out. It's called How to Eat by Rael Graver. Not only does it have amazing recipes, but it has so much, it's a wealth of knowledge and information. If you're seeking that knowledge about what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, how to get the best foods and ingredients for you. Rael says, not me, monk fruit. Yes, monk fruit. Oh, that's one of the secrets, Rye, that I was gonna that they will get throughout the program. But yes, monk fruit is a awesome secret that not many people have jumped into yet. She says, I want to eat my sugar in cookies. Right. I'm a cocktail girl, so I tend to like my sugar in a glass of wine or skinny margarita or something like that. So I like to drink my calories sometimes. So, but yes, yes, discount. Anisha says discount. Rael says that's super value. I'm in. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, and I'm going to make sure I'm messaging everyone. I got on a one person thing here. I'm going to include the link to the program, but I'm also going to encourage you all to get my free consultation. Okay. What I do on that consultation is it's not the norm. Like, it's really me and you just talking. And I ask a bunch of weird questions. Yeah. Like, I ask you some things like, what are your greatest regrets? I ask you, and it doesn't take you long to fill it out. I ask you, some things like, where do you want to improve in your life? Not just, with the weight loss or maybe even you want to tone up, you want to get more muscle, maybe you want to get ready for a fitness competition or something. But I ask you some distinct questions that are going to take a deeper dive, and I make sure that you leave that call with some things that you can implement immediately. I don't believe in being phony with my clients. I'm going to tell you just how it is, and I'm going to hold you accountable. And that's what it's about. And everybody's different, right? We can all follow the same nutrition plan. We can all do the same workout. And no matter what we do, we're all going to be absolutely different in shape, different in size, different in height, different in how we process things. Like, it's all, and that is, I saw this, somebody posted this, I think it was one of those Peloton bike riders, and I reposted it to my Instagram page. But that is your superpower, right? Like, sometimes you have ailments that are actually a blessing in disguise. You know, I have clients who have fibromyalgia. I have clients who have lupus. I have clients who have MS, right? And sometimes those things can be your blessing in disguise. We don't have to think of aging and getting older as if it's the end all be all. We have the technology, we have the information, and we have the know-how to age beautifully, right? Like people can be asking you how old you are for the rest of your life and guessing 20 years younger if you do the right things, implement those things now. Okay, so oops, I didn't put that in the chat. I'm doing this. I think next time I do this, I'm gonna have me a proxy. So first, your first freebie. So if you have not already, I have a free recipe book. I'm telling you, it is high in protein. It's got great macros. You don't even have to think about that stuff. Some people are like, macros, what is that? They don't want to have to count calories. It's easy enough. All you have to do is choose from this recipe book, choose a breakfast, choose a lunch, choose a dinner. Okay. And it is going to help you in your weight loss journey. And then on top of that, I always encourage, if you're working out, especially if you're working out, add 2 snacks, something wholesome and healthy, something like an apple, something like strawberries and blueberries, something like a protein shake. You know, like there are tons of healthy options out there that you can add to keep this going, right? To keep you. So the recipe book is the first freebie that you're going to get. If you click the link in my bio, you should have access to it. If not, don't worry, everybody's going to get an email after this call. That's why I had everybody register. So I have all your emails and I can just send you these links. The second thing that you're going to get is you're going to get a copy of the blueprint that I just shared with you. That blueprint is outlining everything you're going to be doing in the program. It's gonna, again, it's mindset. You have to know where you're going. And as soon as you know where you're going and you can keep that focus, you'll know why you're doing what you're doing. It's important that you get to sleep. It's important that you stay hydrated. All of those things that we're going to focus on, you're going to have that written out in the blueprint. And then by being on this call, if you use the code GETFIT, or better yet, if you just use these links that I'm going to put in the chat, let me copy and paste it in the chat, then you will be able to just click and sign up. If you have more questions, that's fine. What I can do is we can do our free session and talk it over. Maybe you want something different. Maybe you want to be like the client that inspired this and you want to do the one-on-one VIP program. Of course, the one-on-one program is a little more intense. It's a deeper dive. We go much deeper into talking about your blood work, looking at, fine tuning your schedule, making sure that you're placing you into the program, into the day, like making you a priority. So again, the code for that 25% off is actually simple. It's Get Fit. Okay, Get Fit. That's it. Okay, so I typed that in there, but those links in the chat should send you directly to those. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? You want to unmute yourself? Now's the time. Q&A. Does anybody have any concerns about their personal health and fitness?
Where are you referring for blood work?
I just
the primary, physicians.
Yes, primary physicians are tricky. So what I do is I just help you with a list of things that you should be looking for. I do, Consuela, you are in Georgia, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I do have a place that I go to in McDonough, and they
Oh,
take, I know it's far. Might be far depending on where you live. But they do take all of the insurances.
mhm.
And they basically don't ask any questions. They're like, okay, you want your blood work done, and you can go in with them. The beauty of that too is that I actually know 2 physicians that work out of that office as well. So I can share that with you offline for sure. But yeah, I always recommend you go to your primary doctor first, and be specific and as graphic as you need to be to get what you need to get checked, right? We
Yeah.
should all be doing a yearly checkup anyway. And what they'll do is they'll look at you, oh, you look pretty healthy, your cholesterol's not that bad, or whatever. Like the basic stuff they check, but they don't check like your hormone levels, your thyroid, they don't check
Yeah.
those things. And so you have to demand that, especially if you're having a hard time losing weight, if you feel fatigue, if you're not sleeping well, if you are if you have a low libido, if your sex drive is low and that's changed, right? Like all of those things, you need to verbalize those things to your doctor so that they will be compelled to check the right things. If we go in and being our normal bubbly selves, right? they, it's always like they're like, oh, she's fine, oh, we don't want to spend that. And
Yeah.
I will say this, you do have to be prepared because sometimes they will charge you more for those things.
Mhm.
But still advocate for yourself, don't have them say, oh, well, we didn't do that because it's so expensive. Tell me how much it is. Let me be the deciding factor of that. And, your goal is to not have to, there are probably many things that you don't have to worry about, but those 1 or 2 things that you can find that are off, it's important to know those so that you can tweak them.
I definitely know I'm off hormone wise. I wish I could do myself because I have a medical spa in Snellville, so I draw blood, but not on
Uh-huh.
myself.
Did you can't do it on yourself?
That's
There's
what I was
nobody there
asking.
that can draw it for you?
I'm the only qualified one there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, the doctor can, but he's, that does the surgery, but
Uh-huh.
he's busy with that.
You and I should
So,
definitely be able to connect and find you somebody to get what you need because you're close.
cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's stay in touch offline. Rael just put something in the chat, and it's oh yeah, she promotes, there's these home blood kits that you can get as well. That
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, so try that, and her code is Rael20. You can get 20% off, but they mail the kit right to you. You take the test and then you mail it back, and they're pretty quick on getting your results as well. It says they have a testosterone and a female hormone panel. Okay, so you can skip the doctor and the lab. So everybody, if you haven't taken a look at that, grab that link in the chat. All right, any other questions? Any other questions? Anisha is in here. She's a nurse. I've got Jessica in here, business owner. I got Sheldon in here. She's a newbie, just getting out in the real world and not cheerleading anymore, not walking around on campus. And she's interested in learning how to lose the weight and keep it off the right way. And then some other people that were in here had to get off early, but that have different things going on. We're all different. Hey, but these tips, these things that I'm going to teach you are what you're going to need for the long haul. People have got to stop just doing these fad diets. It's not, it's killing your body It's not working. It's giving you a false sense of security, Weight Watchers, all of this, ugh. I will say Weight Watchers has gotten better. Like the points make better sense than they used to. It used to be just more calorie counting, calorie deficit. And that's not always what we want. We want to fuel our muscles. We want to give our organs and the right nutrients to work properly. So all of these things are important. Okay, guys. Well, it is 8:09. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm going to send you a follow-up email, like I said, and just go ahead and book your one-on-one appointments with me. Get that out of the way. It's free, 30-minute call with me, and we'll get you on the right track. All right. Have a good night, ladies. Bye.